up, I'll click Roaring Kitty portfolio. All right, so now here's the, this is the Roaring Kitty portfolio. Sorry, I had sorted this differently. Let's sort this by, we should sort this by too. All right, let me just tell you, Roaring Kitty portfolio. If you're seeing this, these aren't like hot stock tips or anything like that. You really need to understand a number of things. The first is this isn't up to date. I need to manually update this because I can't connect brokerage accounts to the spreadsheet. It sucks. And I'm not gonna. So I download the holdings from the brokerage house, and then I don't. Fortunately, I just copy and paste the CSV to a spreadsheet, and then everything else updates and everything gets pulled around. That's all I got to do. That's the extent of it. But as you see me with shortcuts and stuff, even that's annoying to me. But so I forget the last time I did it. This is this is in the vicinity of accurate, but it's not totally up to date. So that's number one. Number two is you can't look at this. There's so much new. I hopefully mentioned this in another video. There is so much nuance going on here. And if you're an experienced investor, you already know this. But you can't look at this and think, Trinseo, I don't know how to pronounce. Is that it? Trinseo? I don't know. Individual investor stuff. You know, you can't think that that's my top best pick, right? It's high up there, but it's not necessarily my top pick. But like, some stocks might be up here because I have a high conviction in them. Some of them might already be doubles or triples. Like OVV it turned out to be a great pick for me. And a big part of that was insider buying, which we'll get to. But like, it's already up like, I don't even know, 4x, 5x, something crazy. And so that's why that's up there. It wasn't up there initially, but so they move up. And then some stocks I've added or some I've taken down. And then some might be approaching fair value and they're still up here, and so it wouldn't be a good idea to buy them. I'm just like slowly averaging out of them. You got to average in and average out. I feel like that's a must. And because it happened and moved so quickly, maybe I haven't averaged out of it enough yet because I haven't had time to act. So you need to understand so much nuance. And then the final thing is like, just because these are in the model portfolio, these do not mean these are good picks for you. I'm gonna disclaimer the shit out of Roaring Kitty because I really care. If you've watched the videos about my style, what I'm going for, it's really aggressive, and I take on a substantial amount of risk. And what I do might not be suitable for many of you, or most of you, or even all of you. So you need to bear that in mind. The goal of the channel is to just show you some things that I do and glean what you want to build out your own process. But you cannot blindly just buy these stocks. Please don't. Instead, ask me maybe what it is that I like about them or what's intriguing about them. But these are not recommendations. Please understand that. Okay, so with that out of the way, these are the Roaring Kitty model portfolio. What's great is that I think I mentioned this, is that traditionally I've run a pretty concentrated portfolio, like 15, 20, 25 stocks, something real tight. But this year it ballooned like crazy because of the nature of the market, and I don't even know. What am I up to? These should be numbered. I should know. I should be able to command down and see. I think it's like, I could look at the row. I think it's like 150, 160, 170, something like that. Some of them are real small positions, like 5 shares, because I've sold out of them, but I still wanted to watch them. And anyway, it's perfect for this stream because you get to see a whole bunch of the stocks that I bought. But I don't know if that's permanent. It's probably for the foreseeable future because there's still quite a bit of uncertainty going on for me. And just for now, but I'm always trying new things. There's some things I like about having so many stocks. Like, it's true, if you're invested in it, you're just watching it more closely. It's so true. And plus, it sucks because if I want to see what's moving in a day, I can log into the brokerage account and sort by daily percent change. And obviously, there's so much limited data there, but like, that's what I do. And if the stock isn't in the portfolio, then I'm not seeing what it's doing in that same day. See, this is a drag of not having everything connected, which is totally solved by a larger platform where everything's connected. But it's just, most of the stuff out there sucks. It's as simple as that. And so that's just one drag, is that this isn't perfectly in sync with the brokerage account. But anyway, that's a benefit of having so many positions. But on the other hand, it just gets so unwieldy. Any individual investor out there, experienced individual investor, knows that it gets unwieldy when you start getting to this level. That's why it's a part of the reason so many people have a concentrated portfolio. There's plenty of other reasons. But I don't know. Right now, it's working. It's worked out well right now, and so it's great for the stream. So these aren't secret. Hopefully that's clear. These aren't secret positions or anything like that. I'll scroll down a little bit. You can see some. Pause the video. I don't care. Just bear in mind everything I just told you. All right, so now some things I'll show you about this view because we're going to see a whole bunch of views as we scroll to the right or click to the right, not scroll them. First is the checkbox here, and wait, first is this. So if I click the RK, see that you can't even tell they're hyperlinks. That's on purpose because I get tired of looking at hyperlinks. If I click on RK port and I open this up, this is going to be all the charts of all the companies that are in the Roaring Kitty portfolio. So you see NGD here. So this is a manual process. I need to update. Oh, and you saw in the other video, like you saw NGD was my top position. It's still up there, I think. And if I'll explain myself, if I may, I don't need to. Do I need to defend my positions here? This is it's a super speculative company, and yet here it is top 5, which is really weird because. But gold's looking interesting, and NGD really speculative company trying to turn around their business, and it's just a way that I feel if gold does take off, it should go up quite a bit. Not a recommendation, right? But anyway, that's why you started. It was like number 1 for a little bit. It doubled so quickly. That was what happened. And anyway, so that's why this was a little bit out of date. So that I love pulling this up, scrolling through all the charts, boom, boom, boom. I also have bookmarks for it. This is why everything you need to have access to everything, so you can kick back and just click and move around, right? So I can also pull it up that way. So that's that. It's going to see a ton of links here. All right, so then the checkbox thing here. So if I check off, let's say, let's just check off TSC. If I check it off, first of all, this right here, it's black. Can you see that? It should turn to 28. It did turn to 28. And then this turned up yellow. What this is telling me is that, hey, you have something checked off in this column. And this is telling me you're at 28 out of your 40. And when I check something off, it gets sent to send. It can send to here. It's to this tab. And what's this? This is look at this ridiculous. Look at this. What is this? Do you know? Do you know what this is? I don't know what this is. But I know what it does.